put the gin up in there. Yeah. So I have a bottle on camera. Joe Rich, what's up, baby? Gangster snitching on the old boy Rippa in court back in '99. Getting to the video. Thank Rail Report.
All these steppers witnessed him come to court on me. Those real hard hitters and steppers that was in jail, when they see him come through there, I wish you could have seen the expression on everybody's face when they saw him.
Damn.
Dudes went to throwing stuff at him.
Not gangster, huh?
So you've been in court for this whole thing?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. This is what happened. And I'm gonna get up into the camera for this one. From 1999, the FBI, the DEA, 6th District Task Force, 1st District Task Force, all showed up at my front door and my back door. Yeah, they came to 2329 Route, apartment B. When they came in, they grabbed Cleve. They asked Cleve what his name was. Cleve told him. They turned around. After Cleve told them he wasn't me, they came in the room and snatched me. They brought me outside. When I got outside, Channel 4, Channel 6, Channel 8, all the news people was out there. As I'm going out my door, I hear Cleve fussing and arguing with the officers. And the guy said, "You need to calm down and chill out." Cleve said, "No, what y'all bringing my brother to jail for?" He said, "He about to be charged with first-degree murder." Cleve said, "Nah, y'all got him bad. Let me see the warrant, let me see the paperwork."
For real.
The officer actually flashed the work in his face to be, kind of on the ignorant side. He flashed it in his face. And it said, "Terrance Gangsta Williams. Identified, described, and pointed out David Alfred in a photographic lineup as the person he saw shot and killed in the Abbeville housing project."
Damn.
So I was booked with first-degree murder. They took me to the federal building over there on Camp Street. I went there first.
Yeah, that's messed up.
They asked me about the incident.
Self-defense, though. I saw the other video.
What y'all talking about? They went into details. And the details that they giving me, couldn't nobody know but the gangster. And the man telling me what it is. But they made me an offer, right then and there.
It's weird.
They said, "Tell us how they shot you up and shot at y'all and tried to kill you, and you ain't got to do it there in jail."
Nah, he ain't do it, though.
Not me. I ain't cut from that cloth, partner.
The Google Career Certificate changed my life. Being able to connect with employers through the platform was the support that I needed. I made a full career pivot to UX design.
Why don't you own apartment buildings? Seriously, why don't you own these big apartment buildings? And I get it. You might be...
They took me to 6th District. Then they brought me to Central Lockup. I was booked with first-degree murder.
What's going through your mind at that point?
Just really, I messed up in the head because I couldn't believe that did that. I couldn't believe that dude did that. So in my mind, I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. I'm gonna fight and I'm gonna go to trial. So as we get closer and closer to trial, they say they got a star witness. So in my mind,
The nigga gangster like like Omar or something.
Star witness? They're like, yeah, it's on the news. The prosecution said they got a star witness. So when they say they got a star witness,
This is old Chipper from a dead end. No, outside 38 Chipper all days. Drinking a gin out the
District
poster
Attorney's office
bottle.
in New Orleans. That's where this paperwork comes from. You see a real stamp on there. You see what this says? State's witness.
Pull your hand back some.
that state's witness, Terrance Williams. You see what this said? Judge, the state will call Terrance Williams to the stand. Terrance Williams called as a witness by the state after having been duly sworn in, was examined and testified as following. Direct examination by Ms. Clark. Please state your name for the court. Terrance Williams. Now, subsequently to that, were you shown a photographic lineup in '98 by Detective Dwight Deal? Yes, ma'am. And were you shown that lineup October 30th, 1998? Yes, ma'am. When Detective Deal showed you those photographs, do you remember how he displayed them to you? Yes, ma'am. Okay, is that the photograph that you picked? Yes, ma'am. Okay, what did the person do? Kill all of those? Do you see that person in court today? Yes, ma'am. Yeah, he came to court.
Oh, I gotta
Could
stop
you tell us what he is?
It is that's that gunner, yes, ma'am.
The white shirt on, the second one. Let the record reflect proper identification of the defendant. He picked me out in the lineup, the photo lineup, then came in court and picked me out.
You saw him in court?
Did I see him in court? And I got to tell you about that, how he was coming to court. He was coming to court with the SODs.
What was that? The SODs, what is that?
The SODs is a Special Operations Division. I was in the old parish. He was in HOD on the 8th floor. That's where he bumped into Clee at. But he was on protective custody. He couldn't have him in population. But every time he came to court, he had 5 SOD officers walking with him. He was in the middle, he had 2 in front of him, 2 behind him, they were shot to him and cuffed to him, and 1 captain walking on the side. And we were on the docks, is what they call it in all these parishes, the docks where you go to court at. We were on the docks. And I had let everybody know that this gangster about to come through here because he's testifying on me and going to court on me, and people couldn't believe it. All those guys that were in jail, when you in the docks, you on the docks, you're up there for murder, robberies, everything, you know what I'm saying? So those real hard hitters and steppers that was in jail, when they see him come through there, I wish you could have seen the expression on everybody's face when they saw him. Dudes went to throwing stuff at him, telling him get down bad. Everybody was getting on his ass. When I say everybody, everybody was getting on his ass. I was on a tip with a good friend of mine out the Calio, Mr. Andrew J, AKA Bell.
For real.
Out the Calio. He witnessed it. He witnessed it. He witnessed it. He witnessed him going to court. One of my old friends, guy I grew up with in Iberville, Jack, he witnessed it. Johnny Davis, Tim Walfett, he witnessed it. All these dudes witnessed him. All these steppers witnessed him come to court on me. I didn't know where you ducking that. Now, he been going around fabricating these lies and bringing this up, trying to discredit me and my brother. Well, nothing's gonna stop the paperwork from coming out. It speaks for itself. That black and white speaks for itself. I ain't had to do nothing but really just tell a story. You did majority of it yourself. You're making yourself look real. Flunk out of year again, like I said.
Flunk out of year, yeah. I'm telling you. I
Like
feel
I said, man, I mean,
Nigga talk like that in the
expected
north.
that.
Flunk out of year.
That was a real
I'm telling you.
curveball. Because you've done too much. You've done too much in the city. You were well respected. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say this too
Man.
also.
Appreciate you, the one viewer.
I'm gonna
On
tell
38.
you, see, people don't know me.
Subscribe, man. A lot
I
more
know.
coming.
I know him. Back then, we used to be going in, man, that dude used to be known for stealing cars, man. That man was well known as a youngster coming up for stealing cars, man. Everybody knew that. He was fortunate enough to get around some real dudes that was putting in work. And let me clarify. I don't want to I'm a real dude. Anybody that's a street dude, anybody from the real streets, they know one when they see one. You can hear it in their conversation. And when he be on there making them videos, just check his demeanor out. You can tell when he lying to you, when he fabricating and making stuff up as he go. I never been that dude. I feel like I'm too grown a lot about anything. I done too much in my life.
For real.
I don't need no props. I don't need to be saluted. That come with the territory.
So y'all have it. Gangsta. Out this thing.